Welcome to the Minnesota Twins franchise, everybody. Today we're taking a trip down to the minor leagues, hoping to see future stars of the series. We're actually going to focus only on AAA today because there are so many players down there who might be able to make an impact as early as this year. But definitely for the future, we have some serious talent in this organization, and we're getting to that point in the series now where the players that were drafted earlier are starting to make that impact. They're either in the league already, the majors that is, like Maxwell Fowler and Gary Tadano, or they're very close. Players like Johnny Sandoval could find themselves at the major league level. Sandoval's a 69 overall. He's an outfielder, very good speed, contact hitter, good defense. Ty Gonzalez, I look at him as the potential DH of the future. He already has very good hitting ratings and is a 78 overall. Gonzalez also apparently better when the team is trailing. Carmen Ojeda, his potential went up this year. He's now a B potential. Very solid hitter across the board, plays really good defense, and can play both right field and third base. When it comes to pitching, we have some starting caliber pitchers down there like Steven Gonzalez and Jose Barrios, who we've talked about for this entire series, hopefully being one of the pitchers we can count on in the future. There's also Andres Valdez. I drafted him not long ago, and he was a really good find for us. And for a team that's struggling so much in the bullpen, we might be calling on the 23-year-old Valdez sooner than later, because the bullpen's been maybe our biggest weakness at the major league level, and we needed a boost as soon as possible. So today we're going to spend some time going through a few games at the AAA level, seeing more of these players. Originally I wanted to include AA as well, but there were just so many players, and I wanted to give you a decent bit of gameplay of these players. Starting with third baseman Carmen Ojeda. He wants to get us off to an exciting start. Way out to left and just foul. If the bat flip was more impressive, maybe it stays fair. Instead, with 2 strikes, he looks at a fastball on the outside and goes down looking. Here's Steven Gonzalez. The numbers are excellent this year, following a disappointing season a year ago at the major league level. Waiting for another chance to join the big league club, here's a soft grounder hit at shortstop Nick Gordon, our top-ranked prospect in the entire organization. We turn the double play. On to winning number 2, a familiar face, and this is going out to center, way out of here. 485 feet. A moonshot from Daniel Polka. Watch how far this goes. We have fans in standing room area way behind the bleachers, and this bounces past them even. An early lead for Rochester. Let's go to inning number 2. A sharp single hit off of Gonzalez into right field. With all the pitchers we have in our organization, I have tried to find the ones I'd be most okay trading, and I'm still not sure what I want to do with Gonzalez because he has been inconsistent. Here in the third inning, it's a base hit to the right side by Justin O'Connor, who was our backup catcher to begin the year, but really did not fill in well for Mitch Garver. A base hit the other way, that's off of Nick Gordon, hitting 300 this year, waiting for that chance to finally join the big league club, and Ty Gonzalez unable to continue the fun as he grounds out here to the right side. We'll go to inning number 3. This is Gonzalez giving up another one down the line this time, and it's going to wrap around this curve fence and end up with a double. Next batter, 2 strikes in the air to shallow left. In comes Alex Kirilloff, who loses the ball. He just kind of stopped as he approached it. It's a 3-base error. It scores a run. And the next batter's going to find the alley. This reaches the wall as well. Another run for Durham. That brings up Johnny Field. He'll send this down the line, drifting off the foul pole. A 2-run shot. I thought this would end up like Ojeda's. We'll take a closer look. Going the other way and just grazing the foul pole. But look how close it was. It doesn't hit the inside of the foul pole. This was hardly fair. Hardly. 4-1 Durham, and they weren't done there. A rough go of things here against the Bulls for Steven Gonzalez. Another extra base hit. trying to limit the damage. This is into center here with 1 out. About halfway deep, and Rosario charges. Here's the throw home. I was shocked this wasn't an out. I guess Rosario's arm maybe isn't as strong as I thought it was. 5-1. Gonzalez does finally strike out the batter to end the inning. He only gets 2 strikeouts here in this outing. And we turn the game over to the bullpen and Esteban Machado, who began the year down at AA, and he allowed a sub-1 ERA. So he had to be called up. I wanted to see what he could do against tougher competition. And immediately, you see the Bulls. Weak contact in the infield, easy outs. Here with 2 outs, facing Johnny Field, who went yard this previous at-bat. Strike 3 on the slider. When the hitters are red hot, it's fun to see a new pitcher come in and then shut things down. Let's go back to the Rochester offense. Ty Gonzalez, runner aboard, sharp single into center field, trying to get at least 1 back. 2 aboard for Daniel Palka. First pitch in the infield. It is 4-6-3, double play. The runner does advance to third base, however. Here's Alex Kirilloff, a bouncer up the middle, sneaking through for a base hit. It does score the run. Trying to make up for that big error from earlier. 5-2. Now Lamont Wade, another outfielder who could be at the majors within a couple of years. And this will get him down the line. Another run comes home. 5-3 Rochester. And we got the next runner safe at third base. However, couldn't bring him home. We turn the next inning over to Sandy Bunty, another great reliever that was a part of our very first draft class. Doing much better this year against lefties, and this is going out to center off the bat of a lefty. Johnny Sandoval almost lost it, but recovers in time. Another lefty, swings and misses on the fastball. 0-1, it is through past the diving Angel Vielma. He's another player I really enjoy because of his great defense. Couldn't save the base runner, but the next play is routine, and it's another shutout frame brought to you by this bullpen. 5-3 in the 7th. We stick with Bunty, grounded to third base, and that's going to be an easy play. Bunty again delivering the 0-1 here with 2 away. Straight to Gonzalez. He touches first, inning over. Could another reliever keep this offense silent? Nick Birdie, another solid reliever, and he throws some serious heat. But this ball's got some velocity off the bat. It'll find the alley, and that's going to bring home another Durham run. This helps lead to their 6-3 win. Rochester's pitching just really underwhelming in this game. Was hoping for a much better showing from Steven Gonzalez. I know that most of his season has been really good, but I've had a lot of bad luck playing with him, and I'm just wondering if it's time to maybe find our best trade. I still think he can be really good, but we have so many options it might be worth seeing what's out there. Let's go to the next game now against Las Vegas. Rochester at home, and look who's on the mound. We haven't seen Jose Barrios in a while. We have, 5 pitchers up at the major league level. We've had good luck developing the likes of Gary Tadano and Maxwell Fowler. We've made some veteran signings. Meanwhile, Barrios has been extremely inconsistent. Still has that A potential, but his ratings have progressed really slowly. A lot slower than most. So I'm hoping that by having him down here in the minors for a more extended period of time, that his success will actually lead to those rating increases. Let's get to the action now on offense. Johnny Sandoval up the middle. It's through. Sandoval hitting over 350 this season. And I do think he's one of those guys who's just so close to making it to the major league level. And it just seems like the 25-man active roster is just not enough. If we had 26 or 27, Johnny would be up there. But the bench is extremely thin when you consider we have to have DH, we need a utility man, enough bullpen arms. We just never have enough room for that extra bat like Sandoval, who gets caught stealing here with Gonzalez at bat. Gonzalez, next pitch on the ground, and he grounds out to short. Going back to Barrios in inning number 2. Still got that elite strikeout upside. He has a very good fastball. I enjoy the changeup from him as well. I really liked playing with Berríos in this. It's just occasionally the control isn't there, and then he'll allow a bunch of hits or home runs. It's just trying to get things more consistent, and we did that with Yadier Alvarez. Can we do that with Berríos and get another great young arm to be strong in our rotation? Berríos pitching into the fourth, but now 2 aboard in scoring position as he gets another strikeout, this time with a low changeup. Trying to keep Las Vegas scoreless. That's not going to happen with a base hit into right field, but trying to limit the damage. Still runners at the corners. 0-1, jammed into foul territory. Gonzalez makes the catch. Not a bad start here for Jose Berríos. Going into the 6th, this is where the control became a little bit of an issue. Already a runner over at third base, and pitch 99 walks the batter. Trying to get him to finish off this 6th inning. Here, pitch 101. It is grounded to third base, and there's Carmen Ojeda with the throw. Berríos goes 6, allowing 4 hits and 4 walks while striking out 7. Rochester trying to get on the board, and Johnny Sandoval, that doesn't get through. Foot race to first, and the first baseman just beats him back. Carmen Ojeda with 2 away. He'll line this the other way into left field. Trying to get something done here with 2 outs. Haven't seen a ton from this combo here, the 2 and 3 hitters, Ojeda and Gonzalez. Got the breaking ball up and maybe a little too late on it with a lazy pop out in foul grounds. Johnny Sandoval back up again, 358 average now. 2 aboard, trying to bring home just 1. And chasing the slider. I know that pitch is my worst nightmare in this game. Look at the break, though. That's 12 inches of break. It looked like it might be on the corner, at least from my perspective, and then it came nowhere close. Ojeda next. Count even, 2 apiece. Nope, too low. Good job here by their reliever, going at the low areas where I tend to chase too much. So we go on to the 9th. Ty Gonzalez trying to tie things up. It's ripped to left and in range to be caught. Lamont Wade with 2 outs. He says we're not quite finished yet. Going to left center. Cut it off. That's the center fielder. Wade digging for 2 in safely. All it takes now is a decent single to tie this game. And here's Nick Gordon. It's in the air. Jammed a bit. Shallow left center. And caught. Game over. Rochester unable to score in this game. But we have another game to get into here in just a moment. But I'd like to know, out of the players that I'm highlighting here today, which are you most excited about, and who do you think has the brightest future? For me, I'm still mostly focused on the careers of Johnny Sandoval and Carmen Ojeda. I think those 2 could be cornerstones, potentially. Nick Gordon, he's going to take us into the 5th inning of the 3rd game of this episode. Another slow start offensively. Nick Gordon does single. He takes second on a wild pitch. And this lands in center field, just in front of the diving outfielder. A single for Angel Vielma, and 2 aboard for Eddie Rosario. He'll ground it right to second base. It's a double play. We do score a run, so at least we're not getting shut out again. But I was hoping to see a fair amount of offense from this team. Here's Ojeda. It does get through. Wasn't hoping to just see only singles from all these guys, but good to get some base runners here eventually. And Lamont Wade, he sends it out to deep right. Got carry, and it's caught. Man, such a tough time here trying to get this offense producing. Nick Gordon in the 7th. That gets through. Another single. Rosario with Gordon at first. Hammers it out to right center field. The outfielder gives chase, and this is off the wall at about 390 feet. We had to hold to see if it would be caught or not, so nobody scores, but 2 in scoring position for Justin O'Connor, who draws the walk. They walk the catcher, who's hitting under 100 this year, and that takes them back to facing Johnny Sandoval. Johnny hitless on the day, needing him here. Can't strike out again, and he won't. In the air out to deep left field. Again, it's caught, but plenty deep to tag both the runners at second and third base. 3-2. Two away now in the inning, and Carmen Ojeda up again. Already singled earlier. The 1-0 breaking ball is in the air to left center. He hit this pretty well. It is down for extra bases. Ojeda ties the game, and here comes the go-ahead run. Safe at home, 4-3, thanks to Ojeda. Now that's more like it. The offense gets going late in this game, and we take a lead into the 8th inning. Oh, a foul tip there on the slider, and Tyler J with the fastball gets strike 3. Jay is another player who could end up at the major league level at some point. Runner in scoring position, 2 down, 2 strikes, and a jammed pop-up that lands in left, and they test the throw. I wasn't counting on that. We end up pump faking and not getting the throw in, so the score is tied. In the 8th inning, Lamont Wade, that did touch down, not a catch actually, base hit. Nick Gordon up next. Another one left up, hit the other way, down for a hit. 2 straight hits, trying to retake this lead. Here's Alex Kirilloff. Full count, 1 down, it's up the middle, playable, got the first one, and the turn to first is not there. Off the glove, inning extended now for Eddie Rosario. And he got a good breaking ball, but just stayed on top of it, and that ends the inning. I really wanted to see Andres Valdez, so we turned to him in a tie game in the 9th inning. His numbers have just been elite this year. Very close to earning his first stop at the major leagues. And look at these pitches. They have no hope of touching these. The 12-6 gets the first out of the inning. Batter number 2, 1-1. Got a piece of it over to foul territory. Nice catch. 1-2, another one, strike 3. Valdez trying to send us to the bottom of inning number 9. And this is hit up the middle, so it's not going to be a 1-2-3 inning, and they have some speed now on the base paths. After a wild pitch, they take second, and another sharp single up the middle allows Las Vegas to take the lead just like that. Really disappointing here. Thought we could go 1-2-3 in the inning. Instead, the pressure's on once again, bottom 9. Johnny Sandoval is here for us, trying to reach base. First pitch against the lefty, up the middle, almost hit him. So that puts the tying run on base, the winning run at the plate, and the perfect batters are here. Carmen Ojeda hammers it out to right field, but he got underneath it. It'll carry, but not far enough. He did not miss that home run by very much. Ty Gonzalez, it's all up to him. He's been very quiet in this episode. Gonzalez, on the first pitch, he hammers it out to right field, headed deep toward the corner, and it's caught on the run in just about the same spot that Ojeda's was. Game over, another loss, but still a fun look at a variety of players that we could see at the major league level sooner than later, and a lot of them, I'm sure, in the next couple of seasons, we'll be seeing them quite a bit. So I'm sorry I couldn't get more better highlights, but I did get a lot of hits, just too many singles and not enough home runs or anything too exciting. Overall, I think that Carmen Ojeda has a good future, whether it's at third base or DHing. We can find a home for different players because Miguel Sano could always become a DH, and we're not sure what holes on the roster are going to open up. Down at AA, there just weren't as many players to be interested in right now, considering not many are close to major league status. The exception here would be Breivik Valera, who I think has a chance. If we get him up to AAA, maybe get his ratings up a little bit, could he be the utility player for us even next year? He can play a bunch of spots, has 99 hitting vision, and also has those high contact ratings. There's Chuck Bearden, a nice power outfielder who's especially good against lefties, and he's still a 67 overall. Carlos Rodriguez, his development has slowed down quite a bit. He's hitting in the low 200s. Really hoping that he can get it together because he does have, a lot of solid attributes. Fernando Campos was part of our last draft class, and he's down at AA right now, a 71 overall, having a pretty solid year. Definitely some strikeout upside with him, and he's a lefty. We could use more lefties in the organization. And then Vernon Ozuna, another B potential pitcher drafted last season. We have a lot of promise down here. Meanwhile, at the major league level, in the games that were simmed today, the Twins lost most of them, so we are below 500 again, 33 and 35. I still hope we can make something great out of this season. If things don't get better as we approach the trading deadline, then maybe you'll see some of the players from today's episode get more major league playing time. But I'm hoping that we can start to get ourselves into that playoff conversation as more than just one of those fringe wildcard teams. We should be a lot better, and maybe it takes us getting the bullpen a bit stronger to do it. I could look at calling up Valdez or somebody else, even Sandy Bunty. I just know that Will Smith, that deal has been a bust so far for us. Jeremy Jeffress, maybe he's just getting a little too old. His ERA's in the 7s. Will Smith hasn't been impressive. So what do we do? Leave your feedback down below in the comment section. Let me know your favorite young players in our organization. Do you feel good about the future of this team? I do, but I'm just worried that it might not happen to help us fast enough. Because remember, like Keuchel and Goldschmidt, these guys aren't young. We have a window here to take advantage, and we don't want it to shut on us. But that's going to do it for this episode, everybody. Next time, we're back up to the majors with the Twins, and we'll see what's next. Please smash that like button and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you again soon. Have a great day.